I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The 49ers are top 10 in rushing yards, and they're going up against the Jets team that will need to keep the running game in check. With that, let's get out west to Santa Clara, where we say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard.
And Carlos Hyde's such a physical, tough runner. People are talking about him changing his style. I don't think he should change a thing. And I know he wants to add catching the ball.
Said in the offseason, he told us he's happy to be in a Chip Kelly offense, isn't he?
No doubt about it.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Defense. Still first down.
Out of the gun, Gabbard. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
First down, a run with Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do. And if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They run it again with Hyde. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a run with Forte. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Fitzpatrick, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, they snap it to Fitzpatrick. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. What would he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. High, and down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Second down, Gabbert over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Dawson's kick is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er defense now heading back out there. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinator...
Now for football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. On 3rd down, Gabbert. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Quentin Patton that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On second down, Forte. And there's a flag on the field. And he's brought down.
Holding offense.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Second down, Fitzpatrick. Going deep now for Decker. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for the Jets. 54 yards. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Again, it's Fitzpatrick that escapes the sack. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Fitzpatrick. And over the middle here, Amaro. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jets offense about onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Amaro's got it, left side. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try it with fullback Bohannon. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. This loss means they will not reach their goal of at least...
I bet you thought that I would lay out and die. Whoa, no. Demon fangs spitting in my cup all night long. Wheel your tongue at my throne of power. Oh, no. I never for a second thought that I was dead. Oh, no. I never for a second let you into my head. Oh, no. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lose my mind. Oh, no. I bet you thought that I'd give up tonight. Oh, no. Bleeding knees, but honey, I can still cry. Oh, yeah. I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh, yeah. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you inside you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Jets are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against the Dolphins offense that knows they'll be challenged. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his first pass is incomplete. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Steve McClendon continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And taken at the 46. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Looking for the speedy Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
They get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jordan Cameron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but
he's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, this is Forte. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Fitzpatrick going to give it to his fullback, Bohanna, down to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And out of bounds right around the 20. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
2nd down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Folk's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As Wilson, okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing again here. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. He finds Tompkins complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kenbrell Tompkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. Oh, the spin. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, here in half two.
Trying to get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the...
Now here's a timeout defensively. As they burn one here in this third quarter.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Forte, the lone running back. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time. And back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Fitzpatrick on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Fitzpatrick, he's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push it. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Under.
Again they run. Again it's Forte. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And Ndamukong Suh's second tackle for loss on the game. Strength is the number one thing you think of with him. But let's not underestimate his hands. You know, it's almost like he goes for martial arts practice. I'm not sure that he does, but it's like he does that. They're so strong, so heavy, that he's able to get people off of him and go make plays.
Now I'm just picturing him doing martial arts.
I'm not sure he needs it to get done when he gets done. He is just so strong.
And Folk's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, there were times where this felt more like a soccer match. Just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.
So for the Jets,
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Patriots are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against that Jets team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Here's Matt Forte with his first carry, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Fitzpatrick, and this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be a New York first. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Fighting through. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rob Ninkovich in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Brady now on first down. Screen pass to Blount. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Offense.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Folk's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
Now Brady. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Brady to throw again. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Stevie Johnson was the intended receiver. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. That's done.
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he's... Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second down following the incompletion.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of the time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to figure out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. LeGarrette Blount with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And an alley to run. Penalty marker is down here. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first. They trail. Offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jace Amaro, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And quickly they get to the line. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. To throw, Fitzpatrick taking a shot here for Marshall. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now out come the Patriots. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, tough rule. And now the tough rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back up with Tom Brady, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a carry for Blount. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Final whistle blows, and here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Brady now to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Fitzpatrick now going to give to Forte. We'll be back after this. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Fitzpatrick. And he finds Jason Morrow. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 3rd and goal for Fitzpatrick. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Oh, look at this. All they need is the field goal to win. They've got the offense out there. They're going for it on 4th and goal. Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, it has it 1st and 10. They'll run again with Blunt. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. Well, how about this? The very, very...
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. Breaking in.